Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Birds vs. Boys final mock draft for the Dallas Cowboys here on our YouTube page. I am Kmess. If you are looking for the Philadelphia Eagles final mock draft, you can head back to the home page after watching this and click on that Philadelphia Eagles final 4-round mock draft from Aiden Powers. I will be doing a 5-round mock draft for the Dallas Cowboys. The reason I'm doing a 5 instead of a 4 like Aiden Powers did is, well, the Dallas Cowboys do not have a 4th round pick. Thank you, Trey Lance. But I'm going to go through the top 5 round picks for the Dallas Cowboys on the Pro Football Mock Draft Simulator. Trades will be in play. If there are trades that tickle my fancy, we can walk through them, see what type of trades the Dallas Cowboys might be interested in or not, or stand pat at every pick, 24, 56, and beyond, making the pick standing at pat. I will tell you a couple names right now, being only 2 sleeps away from the actual draft on Thursday night in Detroit, that I would like to see on the Dallas Cowboys in round 1. And that is if they pick in round 1. If they stand pat at 24, my number 1 target is Graham Barton, the future center from Duke. He's an athletic freak. He's a mauler. I think he's the perfect fit at what they need at center. Now, I understand he is projecting into center. He hasn't played center since his freshman year at Duke, but he's played all across the line, and the NFL is projecting him at center. I think center is the biggest need for the Dallas Cowboys on that offensive line right now. People will say, well, what about left tackle? You lost Tyron Smith. Yes. However, I think the Dallas Cowboys and myself would feel much better with Tyler Smith at left tackle, TJ Bass at left guard, and the arguably topped center pick in the draft at center rather than maybe a Tyler Guyton at left tackle or one of these other tackles who in college have really only played right tackle. So again, you're projecting to left tackle and starting a rookie at left tackle, having then Tyler Smith still at left guard, and then who? Hoffman at center. I think I would feel much better with the Tyler Smith at left tackle, your future guard, whether it be at right guard or staying at left guard in TJ Bass, and then a top pick at center. So Graham Barton would be my number 1. I really do like Jackson Powers Johnson. However, the injury history, I just don't know if that's a possibility. Now, I'm all for a trade back in this scenario, whether it be trading back to San Francisco or trading all the way back to Kansas City at 32, because I would love to pick up a 4th round pick that they lost, or a late 3rd round pick. That gap between their 3rd round pick right now and their 5th round pick is massive. It is as wide as the Grand Canyon. I want to get some more draft capital. 7 picks is not enough for this team that has a multitude of holes to fill and are leaning specifically on this draft. So I would love to move back to Kansas City and possibly take Edgerrin Cooper, the linebacker from Texas A&M, the number 1 linebacker on my board, or Suamatu, the tackle from BYU. At least he's a tackle that we have seen actually play left tackle. Mims, never seen him do it. Guyton, he's only done it 1 time. So he would be a left tackle, more of a project, but a very good player. And if you could move back and get him and gain some more draft capital, I'd be all in. So let's start this simulator and see kind of what we have going here. So if you see right on the screen, watching on the YouTube channel, I have a 5-round fast Dallas Cowboys selected. So we will enter the solo draft room and we'll kind of walk through real quick what happens. Caleb Williams, number 1. I don't think anybody doesn't see that coming. So let's look at the trade offers first. So 24, I would get 54, 85, 206, Cleveland 2nd, Cleveland 3rd next year. That's a haul for 1 pick, except you're moving back 30 spots. You'd be picking at 54 and 56, but do you want to move back 30 spots? It's possible. Let's see what else we have on the board. Move back 1 pick and gain 177 overall. I mean, I would love to do that. Let's see if we can hide it and see who's on the board right now. Jaden Daniels is still on the board. Are we serious here, Mock Simulator? I don't know how that would happen. So let's see. Caleb Williams, Drake May, JJ McCarthy, Neighbors, Olafashnu obviously would be a massive target for the Cowboys. Not going to happen. Joe Alt slipping all the way to 14. This would be a scenario where I may get on the phone if Joe Alt and J.C. Latham fell that far from the Dallas Cowboys. Right here, too, at 16. I would try maybe moving up there. Brian Thomas, Amarius Mims, Brian Murphy. So I have Jackson Powers Johnson still on the board. Is Graham Barton still on the board? Yes, he is. Let's go back to that trade offer. I'm going to accept the Minnesota pick. They are definitely coming up here for Jaden Daniels. This is not real, ladies and gentlemen, that Jaden Daniels falls this far, but hey, I'll move back one spot. Now, 25, move back to 33 for 65. Move back one more time for 236. Does anyone want to move out of the first round here and gain 65? So then you'd have 33, 56, and 65. I'm going to accept that. I'm going to move out of the first round. I'm going to go to 33. And I'm going to reject these. And look at this. This played out absolutely beyond perfect for me. I moved out of the first round. Now, you lose that fifth-year option, but hey, the Dallas Cowboys don't seem like they know how to use fifth-year options. It just extends them from actually getting deals done that they should. I moved back twice, got the first pick in the second round, and Graham Barton's still there, my number one target. Do I think this is actually going to happen in real life? Probably not. You see Tyler Guyton, Suamata-Ia goes. I'm fine with that. I'm going to take Graham Barton, my center, with the first pick of the second round, and I believe I have 54 and 56 now. Now, do I want to move back 3 spots and gain 123? Let's hide this and see who's on the board here. Cedric, that's a nice haul for the Eagles here. Bo Nix went, Morgan. Adrian Cooper just went off the board. I mean, I will clearly move back 3 picks here and pick up 123. Reject. See, that's the one thing I was worried about here was they were going to take Peyton Wilson, who I love, the linebacker. That's a great pick by the Houston Texans. He does have an injury history, so you have to worry about that with Peyton Wilson. That would sting you a little bit. Look at Jonathan Brooks sitting here. You know that's a big-time Cowboys target that they would be targeting here. Let's see who else is here. Cooper Beebe would be a nice addition. I really do like Trey Benson, but I think they really like Jonathan Brooks. Ricky Pearsall. I love Ricky Pearsall. If I can get him in the third, I'd be all over it. I'm going to take Jonathan Brooks here just because my next pick's at 65 here. I think I can still get Brooks at 65. You do need edges. And I do need a cornerback. See, this is what happens when you trade back, and I will tell you what, I've done a multitude of these in terms of the amount of mock drafts I've done, and this is the craziest one that's fallen for me this way. Could you? I really like Cooper Beebe. See, I don't see them taking a. I mean, he can play anywhere from a 0 to a 5. I'll take Braswell here, edge from Alabama. Some good value. No, I'm not taking anything for next year in this type of draft. Reject. I'm going to take Jonathan Brooks here. So I'm going to take your running back. Ooh, Trey Benson. I love it. But Jonathan Brooks, I think, is their guy. So I'm going to take Jonathan Brooks here at 65, and now we're going to hold till 87. Reject. Now, Blake Corum would still be there. We haven't addressed linebacker yet, right? Linebacker is a big hole for this team. I really like Trayvon Wallace. This is the type of linebacker that they need, a big guy, run stopper, can run sideline to sideline. A little bit different from what they have, except in Michael Kendricks. So I'm going to take Trevin Wallace, the linebacker from Kentucky, here at 87. And now this is a little bit of a wait here until we get to 123. See what we lose. But hey, we have our picks here in the 4th round. All righty. All right, let's see here. So far, I'll throw it on the board. We have Graham Barton. We got our center. We have our edge. We have a running back and our linebacker with 2 picks left. I think cornerback is a sneaky need for this team. Safety is a sneaky need for this team. We haven't addressed defensive tackle either, or wide receiver. Let's see who's there for wide receiver. I really like Luke McCaffrey. Let's see Thrash. Enough. Do we want to bring in Jerry Rice's son? 5'11", 188. 6'2", 208. I'm going to go Brendan Rice here. I'm going to go a little bit off the board, something I haven't done in any of my other mocks, but they do need a wide receiver. He's right around that range. And hey, he's got the pedigree. So now here's my last pick in the 5th round, 174. Tommy Eichenberg's still sitting there. Man, I could have got him, huh? Center. Safety is a need on my board too. Let's see who else is there. A lot of linebackers still. Can't double dip at linebacker right now, I don't think. Let's see the cornerbacks that are there. Because it does, corner falls off kind of a cliff. Do like Boyd. I'm going to go the safety out of Missouri to round it out because I think safety is a sneaky pick for this team. All right. And that's it. That's our 5-round pick. Now, got 6 picks. Right now, the Cowboys only have a total of 7 through 7 rounds. You could see all the blue check marks, and that's going to show you trades, right? So we moved from 24 back one to 25, and then we turned that into 33, and Graham Barton was still there. That's my favorite pick of the entire draft. We then picked at 59, got the edge from Alabama. Edge is a sneaky need for this team. DeMarcus Lawrence could be done after this year. Sam Williams is on the up and up, but you need more there, and I think he can add to that. Got Jonathan Brooks at 65. Most people think they're going to take him in the second round. Trey Benson was still sitting there, and I love Trey Benson, but I think this is more of what the Cowboys would do. Got our linebacker, Trevin Wallace, out of Kentucky at 87, and took in Brendan Rice at 123, the wide receiver from USC, Jerry Rice's son, and ended the 5th round with Jalen Carls, the safety from Missouri. This draft, in terms of a mock, fell very, very strangely. The reason we went from 24 to 25 was because for some reason Jaden Daniels was still sitting there and Minnesota came up and snagged him. If he's sitting there at 24, hey, the Cowboys might take him with the things that we have going on with Dak Prescott. But I wanted to keep it as realistic as possible, even though that is not extremely realistic at all. But if there would be an ability to move back to 33 and gain that much capital and still get Graham Barton, which I don't think is real, I'm all for it. I was really happy the way this fell. Was able to get some players I didn't expect. It's not the way it's fallen before. I think in the first 3 picks, you're going to see an offensive lineman, a running back, a linebacker in some specific order, but I'm okay with this in 4-round picks of getting your offensive lineman, an edge thrown in there, your running back, and still got a very good linebacker and a wide receiver and a safety thrown in there as well. But we will see what happens on Thursday night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Shoot in the comments section what you thought of how this draft went, even though, like I said, it wasn't the most realistic mock draft simulator that I've done. But hey, that's why they do the draft. You never know what's going to happen on Thursday night. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Make sure you smash that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Follow us anywhere you are on social media, Birds vs. Boys Pod, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're there across the board. And anywhere you listen to podcasts, that's where you'll get full episodes from myself and Aiden Powers. Google, Spotify, Apple, we are on all of them. The draft is here. Aiden and I will be doing a live mock / reel / just a lot of fun live stream during the draft on Thursday night right here on our Birds vs. Boys YouTube channel, as well as on our social media. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Let's see how the draft pieces fall.